I'm just getting things set up here and make sure that my screen's a little, my camera's a little bit close. Let me just make an adjustment here. Thought I had this set before I hit the live button, but clearly not. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm using Adobe Fresco on my iPad, and I like to come on here and show people how easy it is to use their iPad with a pretty good program like Adobe Fresco, which you pay a subscription for, and add a stylus to your toolbox, and you can make quite amazing paintings and drawings using an iPad. And it becomes something that I do just in the evening when other people are maybe watching a movie, and you know, I can listen and sit there and draw on my iPad. I don't make a mess. It's a great way to go. And so tonight I'm painting an octopus, and I'm hoping to be able to show you watercolor and oil brushes layered. I don't know how far I can get. I'm going to show you a close-up right now of the, so this is sort of the finished look that I'm going to be going for, which is sort of a bit of a multicolor skin, because octopuses, which it can be octopi if you do the Latin, but octopuses is correct. And then there's another word that I can't remember that I've only heard one person say that's a plural of octopus. Anyway, so octopus change the color of their skin. They also change the texture of their skin to fit in. And so I'm going to just basically be going for this look, which looks a little bit like a seashell to me, this pink and green colors mixed together, and then accentuating the suckers on the bottom with an oil paint brush. So this is pretty much all watercolor brushes, and then an oil paint brush around those little circles. And I'll show you how to do that. And then I'm also going to detail out an eye tonight if my batteries don't wear out. So again, this is Adobe Fresco, and I'm going to get started. So right now I am I'm going to show you how I come up with the dots. So I basically did a watercolor of the whole thing. There's a few blank spots still that I'll blend in together. So let's start there. I'm going to use a blending brush, and I'm going to blend this in a little bit. I'm going to make this pretty small, and you can see that it's going to blend the colors in. Okay, I didn't really want to do a whole lot of blending there. That's good enough. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to start the dots like I did here. And all I'm doing, I have a white layer underneath here. Let me show you this whole octopus. the painted layer is here in this box, and I'm going to turn that off. And you can see I have a white outline of the octopus underneath. So I'm going to go back to my painted layer and turn it on. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to use the eraser, and I'm just going to go in here and let's see, where do I want to start? Okay, we're going to do all the way, we're going to have little suckers all the way down this leg. And I'm using an eraser. And all I'm doing is I'm removing the watercolor and showing the white painted octopus that's underneath. And I looked at a lot of photographs of octopus before I drew this, and I'm sure if you are a biologist, you can find errors in my interpretation. This is an artistic interpretation. But I used to think that these little suckers were paired evenly, but they're not. They alternate. So I'm alternating. And then when you get down here, they almost go in like a little bit of a row. I'm gonna go back. I love the back button. It's a blessing and a curse, because the back button, you can end up going back and being a perfectionist and actually doing the back button a little bit too much instead of just letting it be. Okay, so that's one of the things that I do to create the sucker look. And then I'm on that paint layer. So hello everybody. I'm gonna quick check the comments before I hello, can I join you? I've not really done a thing where I've had people join in, and I will do that when I know someone. Go ahead and subscribe to me, and maybe we can chat and learn about each other. Thank you for the nice work. Thanks for the cool art page. So I appreciate all the comments. It's very encouraging. And I would invite everybody. Of course, I'm looking for subscribers. I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm very much a beginner, and I'm just starting out in YouTube. I just started this summer, actually. I mean, before that, I had a YouTube channel that I just put up YouTubes of my horse and my dog and my cat and all that. But now I'm actually trying to share my artwork. So I need subscribers, and I'm going to be making how-to videos for painting. And then I'm also working on, I'm going to do a little cleanup here while I'm telling you my story. I'm also working on getting a literary agent for a children's book. I published one children's book. I self-published, and I got some awards for it, but I want to work with a professional literary agent and then a publisher. So I'm going to have that journey happening too, that I'll share. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just work on, I'm a little worried about my battery wearing out on the pencil, and the pencil gets charged right now from my iPad. So I'm going to go to my oil paint brush and show you how, let's go up here to the wet brush. I'll just show you really quick on the side here. There's several brushes to choose from. There's the eraser right there. There was that tool that I used to smudge things together. This is wet brushes, and these both actually are wet brushes. This is more of a vector brush, which is a different kind of brush. But this is where you find your oil and your watercolor brushes, with this little drop right next to it. And I've been using watercolor here. I'm going to now switch over to my oil paint short. It's my favorite. And I'll go with, actually, I'm premature on that. Well, actually, I will do it. So we're gonna work on this nice spiral right here. I'm gonna go with a little bit of a yellowy circle, I think. So we'll start right here at the bottom. Too yellow. Undo. Love the undo button. Back to, we're gonna go here with that's a kind of a little bit of a fleshy color. Yeah, there we go. They really start to stand out when you put a little bit of a circle around them. I'm gonna also go back and see if I can't put some oil paint colors washes in the middle of these circles. So, Cody, pretty, thank you. Thank you so much for the compliments. What happened to my apartment? Cody W. I still have my condo. I'm actually horse sitting tonight. I'm horse sitting for a friend of mine. Dog, cat, and horse sitting. They're in Hawaii. Helping them out. Oh, what happened to my iPad? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, is it distracting you? I hope it's not. I'm planning on getting a new iPad very soon. I dropped it without the screen protector on it. Naughty me. Luckily, it didn't happen right after I bought it. I had it quite a few years before I made that mistake. I didn't have, I thought I had like a screen protector thing that went around the edges, but I didn't have the one that adheres to the face of the glass. I'm kind of surprised they just don't sell them with those on there, because my bad though. I should have put it on there and I didn't. I just put the one around the edges. Yeah, I hope it's not too distracting. I'll move my drawing up here in the corner. I am drawing an octopus. Someone is asking, what am I drawing? So if you ask a question and I don't answer, it is probably not because I'm ignoring you. I get into my drawing and I forget to look up at the comments. Oh, thank you. I've got a new subscriber. Thank you so much. You don't know how much that means to me. I'm really trying to build my channel, and it's one subscriber at a time. Let me tell you, it takes forever. I just went past 600 with my last live. So that was awesome. I wasn't sure if lives were gonna reach anybody, but I actually got subscribers from my last live. Last live, I did I showed the symmetry button that is in here, and you can actually make playing cards if you want to design your own playing cards. So if you think about the jack, queen, king, all of those types of playing cards have, when you look at the, the side that's got the queen face on it, that the queen face is on this part of the card, and it's on this part of the card, and it's a mirror image. So if you go to my YouTube, you should, if you go to my channel, you'll find the live of that, and I show how to do that using the symmetry button on here. It's a 52-minute video, and it's kind of a witchy, it's kind of a witchy, I kind of made it a little Halloweenish, getting into the season ahead of time. So it's a Queen of Hearts with a witch hat. Okay, so I followed those all the way up. Now so let's look at the difference. So here they are where they've got paint on the inside of the circles. Here they are where it's just the eraser marks, no paint on the inside of the circles, no oil paint circle around the outside. And the one that I just did has the oil paint around the outside, but we're going to switch to a watercolor brush, which is on that same wet brush tab. I just have to tell it to go to watercolor. And just takes a minute to switch brushes, and then we'll go to a pink color over here, maybe for some of them. And this might, oh no, that's pretty good. It's kind of neat. It seems to want to stay right inside of the paint I just did, which is kind of cool. And we won't do them all exactly the same color. I'm leaving a little white around the edge so there's some, because it'll bleed out. It's kind of amazing how good they've gotten these brushes. It's like, I do watercolor on paper, and I know what it feels like to put watercolor paint with water on it down on paper, and this is really interesting how close it is. Now maybe we'll go get that. I had a nice orange color that I'll just do a little bit of orange here and there. And then maybe go get the blue. Whoops. Got a palette going down here. We'll go with that one. And then I need kind of a neutrally one. Maybe I'll go back to the light. Bleeding out a little bit there, but it's okay. It's supposed to look like a watercolor. That looks a little bit, I kind of want to almost go back over a lot of that with a gray. It's a little bit too much like a candy. There we go. That feels a little bit better. Sometimes I go over and over until I get it, which is nice. It's better than paper in that sense, better and worse, because when you're really good at watercolor on paper, you know what's going to happen. There are still surprises, but you have a good idea. And now I'm going to go see what happens if I put white in a couple of them. Okay, well that one's going to be colorful. I probably won't do the next one quite that colorful. So now I'm thinking, let me show you my original sketch. I'm just going to check the comments. I think we're good. I'm going to show you the original sketch here, which is, you can see a line drawing, and that's right where I wanted to see where I had the eye. And so now I'm going to do a little bit of a painting there. Go back to my watercolor. There we go. I'm going to go to my gray color. And that's too much. Undo. Let's go to a really narrow. Okay, so I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to add a layer. Okay, now I've got the outline I want. I'm going to get rid of this. Oops. Undo. There we go. So we have a pretty bulbous eye there. Let's do a little bit of that over here. And I'll go ahead and merge that down. Now it's on my painting layer with everything else. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Pencil and paper rules. Jama, I get ya. You know what? I started in art when there was actually a computer program, a computer art class, and it was experimental. That's how long ago I went to art school. And I do a lot of painting and drawing with traditional materials and paints and brushes on paper and canvas and all that. And this is just another tool as far as I'm concerned, but I get it. I love paper too. Pencil and paper rules. Love it. Alrighty, so we got that eye done. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go get my oil brush just to do a little definition on the eye oil. And I think I'm gonna go with a flat one this time. And I'm just gonna put in some black. Ah! Love the back button. You don't have that on pencil and paper. Oh, okay, we're good. Is this the way an octopus eye really is? No. I'm anthropomorphizing. I don't know if I said that right. I could see this in a children's book someday. Thanks for stopping by. I see there's quite a few people that come and go and a few stay. Really love having you all come by and visit. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to finish out this spiral here next. I think that's all I'm going to do on the eye right now. Oh, wait, I want to show you a couple other things. So you notice how on this, it's kind of a spattery look. And we do have that option with a lot of the brushes have a spatter type of a option. So let's go grab that in watercolor and we'll get that one. We don't want it too big. And what color will we do? We'll just go with the blue to start out with. Is it doing it? Yes, I guess I gotta make it bigger. All right, let's grab a color that's more contrasty. We'll grab the orange. Now you can see it. I'm gonna make it really big so you can see the spatters go on. And then let's just, for kicks and giggles, what happens if we add some dark? Oh, I love that. I'm gonna go up and add some of that up here. My new favorite is the dark. Just gonna add a little bit everywhere so it's pretty even. Okay, we'll go back and add some other colors in there. Let's add, what happens if we add white? It doesn't show up as well. So let's grab this dark pink. Now that shows up. That looks good. Okay, so again, this is Adobe Fresco with a Apple Pencil and an iPad, and I have actually done paintings on my Adobe Fresco and had them printed on canvas and sold them in an art show. And I of course say they're digital paintings. I'm not trying to tell anybody I painted oil on canvas when I'm using this. I want them to know that it's digital. Everybody should know how their art's made, I think. And this is no different. So I just know a lot of people have iPads, and I don't know that if they know that they can actually do stuff like this. There's a book written years ago. I'm gonna stop talking in a minute, but there was a book called Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. And I mean, I think some of that is true and some of it's been sort of debunked, not debunked, but just like it was sort of a theory. And anyway, there was a part in that book that I thought was really, really interesting, and it stuck with me. And that is that many times people try drawing when they're kids and something happens and they are discouraged. Either they don't like their own drawing, or somebody says something rude about their drawing, or they look over at their friend who draws way better than them and they just say, okay, I can't do this, even though they kind of wanted to, and they quit. And so people who are adults oftentimes will have the skill set that they left behind when they were 7 or 8 years old. But if they had just kept going, their skills, they would have built their skills. And pretty much anybody who wants to draw, and this is a really great way, if you can learn how all these buttons work, it's a really great way to just sit and play when you're, you know, trying to just be in the same room with other people, but maybe you don't want to watch what they're watching, or you don't, you know, they've got their phone in their face. It gives you something to do, and you can build your art skills with this Adobe Illustrator on an iPad. Or I'm sorry, not Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Fresco. Back to drawing. I'm gonna have to go to this layer here. No. Just checking the comments. Test account 2. I'm glad you want to learn how to draw. You should. I will be teaching people what I know in lessons on YouTube soon. Right now I'm just making a lot of artistic shorts and doing these lives, but I plan on coming up with a lesson plan for people for drawing. Watercolor. Oil. Okay. Okay, there's a conversation going on. I'm not sure what to say about that. We're just going to keep painting. Oops, wrong color. Let's go grab that. This color. Adding this oil paint kind of adds like some depth to it. And I could go, like, I'm going to go even further with this. This is just the phase that I'm at in this painting, is I'm going to add some shading and doing a lot of finish work and tidying up. This is just where I'm at right now, and I decided to come on live while I was doing it. I will make a YouTube short out of this, and I'll have the finished piece in that YouTube short. And I think I'm going to start posting my finished pieces. I think there's a comment place that I can post on here. We'll see if I can post a photo. I don't know if I can. Okay. Yeah, these look like they're a different color. Fix that. I'll just do a highlight on one side. So an interesting thing happens with this paint. If I just leave the paint and watch me go round and round, it blends with the other colors. But if I tap, 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 the light color that I chose up here comes through. It's like a fresh brush when you tap. Getting over in that. I think I need to come in here and darken up these little, they look too candyish on this one. I really need to fix that. It's a little bit too pink blue. Do that again. Whoa, where'd it go? Accidentally, thank you, bumped it. I think we need to add a couple more here. And then let's go back and grab that watercolor. Watercolor. And we'll choose that dark gray. Oh, hey, Russian Dogger. Am I saying that right? A dogver. Working on an octopus tonight. Oh, thanks. Thanks for coming by and saying hi. If you're still here, I'm working on an octopus. Did any of you see that movie, My Octopus Teacher? If you have not seen that movie, I highly recommend it. It's quite fabulous. I'm gonna put these around here first. See you later. Russian dog fur. Okay, come back here. What do I want? I want watercolor. And we're gonna do a couple bright ones in here. And then go back to the blue. We haven't done that in a while. Go back over it with the dark gray. It's too bright. Okay, I think I'm gonna do some spray painting in here with that spatter brush. What color do I have on there? I've got gray on here right now. What? Got too close to the eye. We'll stay away from the eye. And go grab some of that. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab some orange. So I don't know if you know much about octopi anatomy, but this is where their digestive system is. I used to think that was, I mean, I didn't really ever look it up, but I thought that was part of their head. But their brain is actually right in here, right by their eyes. And they have an esophagus that goes through the center of their brain. Kind of amazing, I thought. So I'm on all the same layer right now. And so these colors are blending, and I'm going to show you in a minute what happens if I don't do that. If I go, I'm going to create another layer, plus, go on the brand new layer. I'm going to paint again. Look at how the colors stand out now. almost a little too much with that color. I'm going to switch. I'm going to do a different color, a much more muted. Yeah, that's better. And I can get close to the eye, and I don't have to worry about its blending and messing up the eye. And let's add a little bit of the blue. Let's use it as a highlight. I like the way that works. Hi, Brooklyn. Nice to see you. Thanks for the wave. We're dwindling down to a few people here. I know all my artists come by and they check it out, and then life goes on and you go off and do other things. So I got a lot farther than I expected I would tonight. I'm probably just going to draw for another few minutes and see if I can, we'll see how far I can get. If I can finish out these tentacles, that would be awesome. I'm just going to go for it. Why not? Okay, I need to turn my sketch on to remind myself. Okay, so the tentacles were all around here, but they don't go there. Okay, got it. I'm going to go back to my paint layer, grab my eraser, and start with the oh, that was a little sloppy. That's interesting what's going on there. So the white, I think I need to do a little bit of an eraser on my paint right here. There's the white. There's the white edge. Okay. Just have to know where my edges are. Okay. Thank you everybody for stopping by, and thank you for those who are hanging out. I really appreciate it. Would love a subscription. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. It really helps small YouTubers. I'm only up to about 600 subscribers. I've been working at this all summer. I started in like June. I had a couple of I have these cat art videos that I made that are a little more popular than some of the other art videos I made. And I had a cat blink that did really, really well. I basically make the cat do what all the teenagers are doing on the trends. But he's a drawn cat. He's not a real cat. He's my cat, my art cat. Go check out my shorts. I don't have too many long form videos, and basically my shorts are way better, so check out my shorts, please. Oh, thank you, Lavender. Hi, Lavender. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it so much. Go back to my wet brush. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's right. I was going to get a wiggle on. Get a wiggle on. My friend from Australia says, get a wiggle on. Whoops, wrong brush. Whoa, back it up. And go to the oil paint. Didn't take. Oil paint. Oil. Oil. Oil paint short. There we go. Right on. And I'll just zoom out so if anybody's just stopped by, they can see what I've been working on for the last hour. It's an octopus. I'm hearing a whine. One of the dogs may have gone out to the front door. Let me be right back. Poppy! Come on in. Shh, shh, shh. Sorry about that. The dogs need care. This property that I'm house sitting for tonight, babysitting animals, animal sitting, has 2 dogs, 1 cat, and 2 retired horses. And the retired horses are just funny. They're just funny. I love the retired horses. They're entertained by the humans. Thank you. Thanks for the compliments, folks. I appreciate it. Everybody can do this. You know, if you don't have an iPad, you don't need an iPad. If you have a computer and you want to do this, you can buy a Wacom tablet, W-A-C-O-M, with a little stylus, and you can do this exact thing that I'm doing here. Use the same program. You don't have to buy an iPad. They're pretty expensive. But a Wacom tablet costs way less, and you can just attach it to your computer. They have a couple different ones. You want to get the one where you actually see the image on the pad. You don't want the one where you draw on the pad and then it casts it up to the screen. It's too unreal. It's just too, it doesn't work for me. I mean, maybe it works for other people, but that has always, I've had that kind of tablet before, and I never stick with it because it's just so, it's so disjointed, disconnected. So the iPad works, the Wacom tablet works with your computer. There's probably some other tablets out there by, like, I bet, I've never tried it, but there's a Surface Pro. I never tried this program with the Surface Pro, but I bet it would work. And I think Surface Pro, you can have a stylus with your Surface Pro. The main thing is to have a stylus. Right now, the Apple iPhones I don't think they let you have a stylus. Otherwise, you could do it on your phone. There are some other phones though that have styluses with them, and so I would say those probably would work with it. I would just make sure that the program is compatible. The program is Adobe Fresco. Isn't it nice of me to do like free sales for them? It's not my intent, believe me. I should probably like get an affiliate link and stick it on the comments because I'm giving them all sorts of business. I'm actually doing this for free. Let's see, where do we want to go? I want to go back here. Whoa. Kind of like that circle within a circle look. Now we'll go grab that blue. I think I'm going to go just a little grayer with that blue. That's what the problem is. It's just not, it's too blue. Oh, thank you, Lavender. I used to have an iPad, but somehow I lost it. Darn. Well, maybe another one will show up in your life and you can try this. Okay, let's go with the dark gray again. I'm going to come back with a little pink on top of that dark gray. Okay. Thanks for the thumbs up. If you're enjoying this, the thumbs up helps the algorithm so other people can find me. I'm going to turn my overdrawing back on. So this one's just full of dots. And I was quite specific where I wanted them. I almost feel like leaving that on for a minute. I think I will. Grab my eraser, go back over to my painting layer, and we're going to start. Whoa. I think maybe I should just make this smaller. It seems to be. got to get kind of in the now when you do art. It's really good for that, actually. Whoa, undo that one. Love the back button. Okay, I think I can turn off my overdrawing now. Yes, off you go. Okay, I gotta go in here and fix these a little bit. Whoops, whoops, on the wrong layer. There we go. Okay, that looks better. Now, which watercolor? What do we have here? We've got water. Let's go with the dark gray dot. And let's grab that darkish blue dot. I'll go back and grab the pink. Now we'll get the oil. So, not watercolor, oil. Oil paint short. Okay, thank you. And there's my color. Let's check the comments. Thank you for the lovely comments. I really appreciate it. Here's the overview in case you haven't seen the whole octopus. And where was I? Uh-oh. Oh, I was over here. Thanks so much for stopping by if you're new here. I really appreciate it. Would love to have more subscribers. I'm sharing everything I know of my 63 years. My first drawings were with a magic marker on the back of the dining room chairs. That was about 62 years ago, maybe 61 years ago. And I'll give you a little resume here. I do watercolor. I've published a children's book, hoping to publish another one. I've got it written. I've got a couple of the paintings done for it. I'm looking for a literary agent. I have done oil paints. I've done watercolors. I've done a lot of sketching. I do this digital painting. My book, I won some awards for my book, and that was done in watercolor. It was all watercolor on paper. And I sculpt a little bit. I used to sculpt snow when I lived in Alaska. You got to get into what the weather's offering you, and so you do things like you ski, you skate, you go sledding. There's a few people who do sled dogs, snowboarding, a lot of winter sports up there. And there's also winter sports for artists, snow sculpting and ice sculpting. I didn't actually get to ice sculpt. I got invited to be on a team, but I had a little one. I had a little, I think she was 3 at the time, and I was gonna take me away for a couple weeks to do this ice sculpture, and I just couldn't quite commit to it. So I never got to sculpt ice, but I did snow. Okay, wow, I'm losing where my dots are. All these colors, I'm gonna have to come back and define this. But for right now, I'm not too worried about the fact that I can see where the dots are. So I'll just finish those out. I think there's one in there, but I'm gonna let it be. Okay. Oh man, I might be able to finish most of this before my battery dies. I've been on here a little bit longer than I planned, but I'm getting so close. All right. Turn on my overdrawing so I know where my... Okay, I've got that one. This one, I was planning the dots. I didn't draw the dots on the overdrawing. Uh-oh. So I think I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna wing it. Okay, I'm gonna go get my eraser, go on my painting layer, and can you see what I'm doing? I'll start with that alternating. So I think I'm going to just take it to the outside here and swoop that around. And that is going to be all the dots on there, and then the dots are going to be up. Let's see here, how am I going to do that? If I swoop that around like that, Yeah, we'll bring these down a little bit further. Okay, now they're disappearing. They go underneath and they pop back out right about here. And then we'll just let them go back underneath. There, they just sort of peek out on that one. There we go. And I'll grab I think I've got the oil paint. I do, right on. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I'm just gonna double check the comments just in case anybody had a question. Here's the overall. Hi, hello, thank you. So close, whoever's hanging here, you're gonna see the end. It's coming soon. I just have to go in here and oh, there's a couple people hanging to the end. Thanks for stopping by. Batteries have lasted longer than I expected. Show you where I'm at in case you're just checking back. We've come a long way tonight, farther than I expected. Get that white in there. And we'll just do a little bit here. And then we pick up over here. Whoops, too much, too much. Checking for some comments. Thank you. I had a few more people stop by. Thank you so much. Don't forget, if you're still here and you're enjoying this, if you subscribe, I think there'll be more of a chance, especially if you hit the notifications button that it'll alert you when I do a live. I do them a couple times a week. I don't have a set schedule. I try and hit some sort of a prime time hour. There tends to be more people on. Okay, now we need to watercolor those. So switching from the oil paint over to watercolor. And we'll go with a gray inky color. I'm going to add a little of the dark blue in there. Uh-oh, 7:54 where I am. Cancel, didn't mean to do that. Just a moment. Here we go. Thanks for waiting. Technical challenge there. All right. And I'm going to grab a pink. It gets pretty messy, just like it does when you're painting with, especially mixed media. It can get pretty messy. Okay, I will go back and do a little bit of cleanup. I'm probably going to figure out where I want some shading to go. Yes, I anthropomorphized the eye. It's a very human eye on an octopus. But this is not a very realistic octopus. This is a very stylized, artistic octopus. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. I am going to sign off. Have a wonderful evening. Don't forget, a thumbs up always helps, and a subscription helps. I'm a small channel. I'm trying to grow. Thank you.